This is The Wire for 1900 Zulu, December 23rd, 2023. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 1800. Bottom line up front. Maritime attacks expand to Indian Ocean. Spain and Italy leave the Red Sea Task Force. Beginning with international events, in the Indian Ocean, the merchant vessel Kim Pluto was attacked with a kamikaze drone in the northern Indian Ocean, approximately 200 nautical miles southwest of Gujarat, India. Analysts comment. Though no one has yet claimed responsibility for this attack, this matches the typical attack profile of Iran, who has a history of conducting similar attacks in the same area. In the Red Sea Horn of Africa region, Italy and Spain have followed France in leaving the U.S.-led maritime security coalition Operation Prosperity Guardian. Both Spain and Italy have left this coalition due to the refusal to place their ships under U.S. command. Some nations have claimed that they will be supporting the mission, but have pledged no naval support. Per the latest press releases, the Netherlands will be sending 2 staff officers and Denmark will be sending 1 staff officer. Australia will be sending 11 staff officers, but no ships at this time. The United Kingdom has pledged to commit 1 ship, the HMS Diamond, which is already in theater, to the operation. Analyst comments for this wire. This operation has, in effect, collapsed before it even began. The U.S. Navy does not need a coalition to provide maritime security, but the explicit lack of cooperation from allies speaks volumes on the diplomatic front. Since the dawn of naval warfare, projecting power around the globe via maritime supremacy has been a strong indicator of a nation's standing in the world. If the United States has lost support for one of the simplest naval operations that is doctrinally possible, counter-piracy and missile defense against a non-state actor, this does not bode well for the U.S. Navy or for the United States' standing in the world. This also highlights the issues of naval command that would be huge vulnerabilities in the event that conflict breaks out in the South China Sea. If the strongest naval force in human history cannot reliably defend unarmed merchant vessels and leads the task force so poorly that Allied naval powers publicly do not want to be a part of it, there is little chance for success in a conflict that involves a near-peer threat. Strategically, it is possible that the U.S. intends to launch an offensive operation against Yemen and/or Iran. After all, the U.S. Navy has already demonstrated that, despite best efforts and outstanding work on the part of the destroyer crews so far, missile defense is challenging even under the best of conditions. As such, the U.S. is probably planning operations to strike targets within Yemen to ease the pressure on defensive efforts. However, even though DoD leadership has financial interest in Raytheon, the supplier for most of the munitions used by the Navy so far, the sheer lack of production capacity has cast doubt on what the Department of Defense's actual plan is. Following the Ukrainian war and the war in Gaza, U.S. weapons stockpiles are at an all-time low, and it's highly likely that the Department of Defense simply doesn't have the munitions to launch a major offensive campaign. If Operation Prosperity Guardian is really a cover for a more offensive effort, this would explain major allies parting with the plan, as no major nation-state has the desire to become entangled in yet another war that even the United States can't pay for. Though it is costing up to $2 million per missile to shoot down Yemeni missiles and drones, other nations may see this as vastly cheaper than launching a major military campaign. This concludes The Wire for 1900 Zulu, December 23rd, 2023.